I'm so glad to have this opportunity to talk to you all. Who would have thought 10 years since we founded the Charter for Compassion? What a long journey. And I particularly wanted to say how sorry I am not to be able to be with you all today. It's such an important occasion. I had a wonderful talk just a couple of days ago with our new ED, David Darlene, and he suggested, for example, that we might want to revisit the original charter that was written 10 years ago in Geneva by leading representatives of 7 major world religions who wrote the original Charter for Compassion, and bring it up to date, making it speak to some of the problems that we're wrestling with today. This is an anniversary. And when you have an anniversary, you look back at the past. You look back at beginnings, but it's also a time to look forward to the future. And first of all, when I look back at the past, there are lots and lots of people to thank, of course. Ted, above all, who started the whole thing. Joan Brown Campbell, who was such a valiant leader for so many years. Marilyn Turkovich, and of course Christina, who's arranged this extraordinary event for you all. I think the first 10 years of the Charter have been characterised by talk. After all, the Charter began as a TED talk. TED has this wonderful idea of ideas that change the world. And my talk was beamed around the world, it went viral and spread the news of the Charter. But ideas themselves don't change the world. They also need action. So there are 3 things that I'd like to leave you with. As you leave this lovely haven you're having in Monterey, this lovely time of communication and peace, remember you're going back to the marketplace, as the Buddha said. Secondly, we have a lot to learn from business people, as I found in both Seattle and Pakistan. Business people know how to take a quixotic idea and translate it into practical, effective action. They know how to pilot something, how to try something out. They're not afraid of failure. And they always have to make something work. And that is an ethos that I think we really need in the Charter. And finally, I want to go back to Confucius. Like all the great purveyors of the Golden Rule, Confucius insisted that we could not confine our compassion to our own group. Compassion has to spread out. He saw it in a series of concentric circles. First, it starts in the family where you learn about compassion. But then you have to move out to include within your radius of compassion the city, the whole city in which you're living. But that's not enough. You then have to extend your benevolence to the whole country. And finally, the Confucians said, to the whole world. Love your enemies, said Jesus. Reach out to all tribes and nations, says the Quran. Compassion may start at home, but it can never end there.